And welcome everybody to the fourth round in Sepang North of the DRSC Downtown RaceRoom Silhouette Championship. I am your host, Tiziano Raimondi, and I'm here joined today by online BeamNG NASCAR host, E. Say hi, E. Ex-member of this championship, who decided to abandon, to pursue. Yeah. And they're off. This is practice, but they decided to race. So we are gonna enjoy a race. We already have 3 today, but why don't make it 4? Oh God. As we are watching now, Alpha Max going all the way around the outside. Yep. Adesso chiuderà Morbidelli. Dov'è? Vediamo. Okay. Memes aside, as Alpha takes a very clever line, I suppose. Why are they going around the normal Sepang layout? I mean, it's possible because in the north, even though this is the north layout we are doing today, they can't go around the normal layout because there's no barriers. But why? That is my question. What? Oh yeah, because this is the only camera that's catching them. So this is magnificent stuff. Oh, it's was that Firestar or was that Brenna? Yeah, it's Firestar. Oh yeah, Brenna is not here. Alpha is gonna be happy. No one to crash into. Jokes aside. Yep. Why are they doing this? I am so confused right now, but I mean, we're ballin'. And we see Alpha going to make a move on the inside on Firestar. Will he make the move, stick down the inside into turn 1? Brakes late. Yep, he got it. Holds the inside. Yep. I just noticed I had Discord audio muted, so nobody could hear you so far. I am a moron. So say hello to E, everyone. I'm sorry. Why? Oh wait, because I'm also I'm stupid because this is also getting the wrong voice chat, I suppose. I don't know. Not this one, because you're speaking and nothing is getting detected. I am going insane. No, wait. It's already... What the... Why is it not... Technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. I am going to go crazy. I don't know. I am speechless. One sec. Why doesn't it... Give me 1 sec. Yeah, it just doesn't want to detect. I have no idea why this isn't working. Apparently,
Think so.
oh wait, maybe because of this? Yep, okay, wait, try to speak.
Hello.
Okay, now everyone can hear you, E. Say hello to E, as he finally can be heard by everybody.
Hello. I'm now untrapped. The Pharaoh's curse has been lifted.
Finally, he can speak.
I'm now a free man, like a Gordon free man.
Oh, Jesus. Ah, Freeman. The man I've been expecting. Why are they all running the wrong layout of the circuit?
I don't know. Do they want to run the real layout? What is this?
Jump scare. Yes, I know, Butters. It's been a rough week. We already had to postpone this entire thing because technical issues on my side. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, should we maybe move on to, I don't know, some interviews?
Get the driver's input. I think so.
I mean,
We're getting down in there in practice. Kaminsky's running the North Circuit. The rest of them are not. Okay.
I've stopped bothering, my man. I've literally stopped bothering. All right, as I'm gonna move some drivers up here for some interviews. So,
all right.
hello.
Oh, hello there.
Hello and hello. As I have moved Falcon, Alpha Max, and Viper Sonics here. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to stream.
Hello.
I just wanted to do, the usual, a bit of interview before the championship. Of course, we have here the top two guys in the standings of today of the DRSC championship. As Falcon and Alpha just crashed, I just noticed this.
No, that's just
Cool.
an incident. Nothing to worry
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Here's an incident.
I just wanted to hear your guys' opinions about this run of the championship. What do you think about Sepang North? Yeah, tell me about it. Why don't we start with Viper Sonics?
So yeah, pretty interesting track, very short, around 1 minute per lap. I think R51 cars are faster here, so not mine. So
Okay.
that's a little bit of a challenge. And actually interesting that you can take a whole lap in this layout, the full Sepang lap, despite the limits. I look forward to the race.
Yeah, we noticed that you have been enjoying the full layout of this track. As anyhow, why don't we move to Falcon? What do you have to tell us about?
Yeah, I don't like Sepang. I don't like it a lot. I would have rather actually kept Stove, kinda, because I know that track, I kinda like it. This one has about the same amount of overtaking opportunities. So the 2 dive bombs in the first and I think third corner, or fourth.
Fourth,
I think
yes.
it's fourth. Yeah, I'm 2 tenths away from Vipersonics. Battle with Alpha is gonna be interesting because he's also pretty fast. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. It might also be faster to actually do first, if you get podium or first place in the first race, to then just stay in 10th place for the second race and then get the reverse grid again.
I mean, that's a strategy. So, we'll see. And we move to the third driver. our clear fan favorite here because most of the fans are Italian and cheering for him, Alpha Max.
Hello there. Yeah, I mean, I like this track actually. I found out that I kinda like Sepang completely, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this round, but I'm not really confident to be able to, fight for possibly a win or anything. So realistically, I think I could aim for a podium if everything goes right. At least in race 1, race 2, usually something cataclysmic happens, so I'm not really aiming for something there. But
There's
yeah,
always
I like
race
the
3.
track. I mean, yeah, but I don't know how the girls will like race 3, so that's gonna be a mystery. But that being said, yeah, I like the track. I think I have a good pace, hopefully, and I'll just have to wait and see how it pans out in the actual race. I don't think I'm gonna fight too hard with either a Viper or a Falcon because, I mean, if I have the pace to stay with them, I will stay with them, but I will not try and force anything because really that would be a little bit stupid. And yeah, I think I'll just enjoy the race if possible, and that's about it.
All right, thank you, 3. Thank you for your interviews. And I will move you back in the voice chat with all the other drivers. Have a fun race, guys.
Right, thank you.
There we go. And
there
we
we
are
go.
back to just the 2 of us.
Where's Sky in all this? If you know.
I have no idea. She's probably not gonna join us, as I've noticed that there's only 8 drivers in the server right now, and one
I
of them
did
is
not
you.
want to put light on that. It's actually 7 because I'm not driving. I mean, I could drive, but I don't know how good I'd be on praise and also, broadcast duties. But 7 drivers.
Sorry.
Hmm?
Sorry, I lost a bit track of what you were saying.
I was just saying there's 7 drivers, so I'm not driving. I went on about it. That's all.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to drive, I just hope that people decide to join late. That is just that. I just hope that everyone has a valid reason to not show up, and not that, oh, I'm not fast, I won't race. Because there's some pretty talented drivers in here, and out of the more than 24 drivers we have that are subscribed to the championship, having only 7 doing the race today, I gotta say it's quite sad on my behalf, at least, but it happens.
I
It
mean,
happens.
a good score for any auto beam racing event would be kind of disconnected from any score we got from RaceRoom. But in an auto beam racing championship, usually if you have half the people who say they're going to participate actually there in the first race, then that's a good number. You're doing great if it's above that number. It's not so good if you're doing below that number. But of course, that's your first race numbers, and of course, it always scales down. That's it's a trend that we see in all championships, and it's a really, really, really hard thing to be the exception of that. I don't think I've seen any event be the exception of that. There are people who will just go away from the championship and not come back.
I mean, the thing
it's
is that
Like a
championship started with like 25 people who decided
Mhm.
to subscribe to the championship to actually fill the form to participate, and only 17 showed up for the first race, and then it was around 15, I think, for Portimao, and
Yeah.
then it went down to 11 for RaceRoom Raceway, and now we're at 7. So, and the thing is, we had a whole discussion about drivers leaving and hoping that the numbers would at least not go down from below 10. But I guess we're here now, so we gotta work with what we have. So,
Of course. It's a good thing we're not running the full circuit because the field, I think, would string out really, really quickly. And
we are gonna have fun next week, because next week we are running the whole circuit, and worst of all, we are running the full circuit on a 30-minute race in race 2. So, and the thing is, the last round of the championship not only is 30 minutes long, it's full grid reversed, so not top 10, full grid. So if there's 20 drivers, all 20 of them would be reversed. and there's double points. That's the problem. There are double points. So
Like
if
7
only 7 people show up, first of all, the full grid reverse just wouldn't have make any difference than having top 10 reversed, and they would just get the influx of points. And I think that the points for that championship round would actually go down to last place, if I'm correct. So I'm gonna check very quickly. Super quickly, documents. There it is. So, the point system for the race in Sepang would be that first place gets 40 points, second race gets 32 points,
Wow.
third race gets 28 points, fourth race gets 25, fifth 22, sixth 20, seventh 18, 16, 14, 12, 10 for 11th, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 until 20th, and then from 21st to last 0 points. Thing is,
Okay.
if there's only 7 cars, like today, it's just gonna be everyone gets from
Those
14
guys
to
lock
18
in whatever
points.
points from what they get compared
Yeah,
to
so
everyone
if
else.
someone decides to just not participate in any race of the championship and then just show up at the last race and finish last, they'll still outperform many people that have raced maybe 2 or 3 rounds previously and just did not great because of accidents or something like that. Thing is,
An incident, yeah.
this was thought for more than 10 people grids. I mean, giving
Yeah.
points all the way to 20th was very optimistic with saying, oh, we're gonna have 20 people all the way through the championship.
The thing about the difference,
still.
interestingly, is like the difference between RaceRoom and BeamNG. You can have more than 10 people on track and it not start becoming a performance issue in RaceRoom, because RaceRoom was made to have 30 car grids. I mean, what
Yeah.
is the max in RaceRoom technically?
Maximum in every server is 36 people,
36,
including
yeah.
spectators. I mean, no, not including, because I'm a spectator and I don't appear in the people in the server. You do, because you are in-game watching through the in-game monitor.
Yeah. It's 36 drivers, not including spectators, which I don't know how to become a spectator. So it'd be 35 with me, basically.
Simin, why Alpha choose the... they are called the Canard. This is the Canard you're seeing. R51. There's 4 cars. Canard R51, Canard R52, and then there's Cougar C14-1 and Cougar C14-2. So the Canard R51 is the one that Alpha and Falcon, so Jan and Morts, are driving. And the Cougar C14-2, which is the car that Cordian, which is Vipersonics, and Alpha Max are sorry. And who else is driving the... Dingleby is riding the C14-2. Those are the 2 best cars in the series, and they are pretty equal. The C14-2 is usually better on RaceRoom Raceway. The R51 is an all-rounder, is better all-round. But sorry, yeah, it's just personal preference. The R52 and the Cougar C14-1 are not as great, sadly. Thing is that I just noticed that there's 8 people watching stream and there's 7 drivers today, so we have more people watching stream than drivers on the grid, which would be good if it wasn't that we have 8 people watching. 7 now, so the same. But anyway, and the fact that one of the guys that's watching stream is one of the drivers. But anyways,
That doesn't help things.
doesn't matter the numbers, we're still gonna give out the best entertainment we possibly can, as we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in practice. Then we're gonna move to the 10-minute qualifying, and today we're gonna have a 3-race format with 10 minutes race 1, 10 minutes race through, race 2 with the top 10 from race 1 inverted. Now is 7 people, so all drivers will be inverted, and then race 3 also 10 minutes with the results from race 2 inverted again.
Yeah, gonna have a lot of last the first battles. It's just a slight feeling, maybe.
Yeah.
Out
So,
of
40
practice, though,
seconds.
our leader in terms of lap times is Kreminski with a 103.171. Not far behind him, Jay Mortz, 103.217.
Yep.
So those are the two to watch today. Though Alpha Max is pretty good at racecraft, and he's not far behind in terms of pace either. So as usual, that top 5 is the strong set to watch, 10 seconds on practice.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea to give your left foot a break before qualifying. All right. There we go. We are now currently in qualifying. As we have Alpha Max, the first car to leave the pits, as we'll go on board with him right now for his first flying lap. Turn on the volume.
Of the circuit.
As over the line now goes Alpha Max, and to complete his lap with a 103.996. So the current track record around this lap is held by none other than myself. I literally said it today, and it sits at a 103.067. So right now we have Falcon taking pole position with a 103.466, and that is currently, I think, around 1/10 of the pace I'm expecting to see in this qualifying session. So our standings for now: Falling Falcon, Alpha Max, Nesu, Delta, and Miach.
Kreminski gonna do coming out of turn 8?
There we go.
Set a time.
Who is setting their time? Who is about to cross the finish
Well,
line?
Kaminsky-
There's Firestar. Firestar moves to P2 with a 103.880, and Alpha strikes
improves,
again
goes ahead.
to improve. Very good lap. Nesu just completed his own lap, as Delta finishes his own, going to P4, snatching P4 from Nesu with a 104.274.
I gotta say, these are very, very fast.
Viper
laps.
Sonics, our current P2 in the championship, going for a purple first and second sector. Are we going to see a new pole position? Let's see. Is he
Maybe,
gonna
maybe
try to make
not.
the steal?
It says he's been on track for 3 or 4 laps, and I'm thinking that the last few sectors he's done had been invalidated by automatic track limits, and that puts him second.
That puts him second with.
I would expect first, but that's not bad. That really is not.
Yep. With
So you had a
Ooh,
purple
and Alpha Max goes to pole
Whoa, he
position
goes to
with a
pole.
103.427. This would be his first pole position in the championship. Now,
That's if he keeps it.
all 8 of our drivers have set a time. Miech, the slowest so far, with a 105.423, and Alpha Max, our fastest, with a 103.427. Almost 2 full seconds separating P1 all the way to P8.
It's pretty much 2 seconds. I mean, you're missing
Yeah.
4 thousandths. It's 2 seconds.
And Alpha Max is improving a lot with 1 full tenth improvement in the first sector. And he invalidated, of course.
Ah.
Yep.
Well, Moritz and Kaminsky both have a lot of time to gain. They both, not in their groove yet. Alpha pretty much has gotten as fast as he can be out of the gate, but of course he's still got that tenth to go before he'll reach his.
Vipersonics
times.
probably didn't have a great first sector because he's improving 2 tenths. Full
I
power
mean,
of
we would
Falcon.
expect him to improve 4 tenths, but hey, you never know with this guy.
As
They could-
Falcon
Whoa,
strikes for
Morse
pole
goes.
position with a 103.2, that's a great time, even for the leaderboards. Probably with low fuel. As Firestar takes P3 from Firestar. Sorry, Firestar takes P3 from Firestar, of course. Takes P3 from Vipersonics, who is looking to strike back and maybe move to P2. Is he going to do that? Yes. What? A 103.0. Oh my god. Wow.
They're getting close.
This guy
Now,
is
last time-
scary as always. He's just
Now,
unplayable.
last time we saw Vipersonics on track in RaceRoom under a qualifying session. I think he went like 2 or 3 tenths above the actual leaderboard time.
Yeah,
And of course, it helped that he had some fuel taken out, but
Yeah,
This
exactly.
guy is
I noticed that
pretty
especially
fast.
around this track, not having the fuel that you have in leaderboard really helps you set faster times. Like I had a
Oh, yeah,
whole
definitely
struggle
a lot.
today trying to set 103.0 in leaderboard, but I gotta say I managed a 21.897 first sector, which is really fast. Most of the drivers, I'm pretty sure now, are doing maybe 22 zeros in the first sector. Probably Cordian did a 121.9 to have such a low time.
I mean, his sector 1 on my screen is 21.95, and that's about a tenth and a half off of how you did for sector 1 to get the
Yep.
lap you did.
Let's see Alpha Max with a probably invalidated time. Let's see Vipersonic. Ooh, Vipersonics goes straight on. Doesn't remember to turn. Who
I
is
wouldn't either.
about to finish the lap? Delta is not improving. Falling Falcon. Let's see if he is gonna improve. He doesn't. All right.
Damn.
Vipersonic is rolling again, going for another lap. Alpha Max on his way. He's improving 2 tenths in the first sector. He's now on par for a 103.218. Let's see if he can keep this pace. That would currently put him in P2.
That would put him ahead of Mortz for a little bit.
Yeah, that would put him ahead
This guy
of
is
Falcon.
on controller, and he's as fast as the 2 wheelmen in front.
Yeah, he's pretty scary.
So that, yeah,
He did lose quite a bit in the second sector. Let's see if he can make it back around the last corner. Well, didn't look that fast. Let's see what he does with the 103.4 again. Doesn't improve. Now, 2
Dang.
minutes.
okay, he
There's
lost a little
around
bit.
1 or 2 laps, maybe. Not more, no
You've
less.
got unless you're on a lap or a middle of a lap. You've
How
only
is
got 1 lap left.
Vipersonics improving?
What?
Why is he improving? What time are we
What?
about? Oh my god, what am I about to witness?
No, we're about to witness a 102. No,
He does a
102.955.
This is just I'm speechless. I can't commentate this anymore. This is embarrassing.
For you?
Now I'm happy to know that this is qualifying with low fuel and not leaderboard, because if this was leaderboard, after how much I struggled to pull that 103.067, I mean, I know I have in my hands a 102.9 high, because the sum of my very best sectors is that time. Because if he has this, 10-minute quali session, then yeah, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Let's see if Falcon improves. Now, Alpha Max finishes qualifying, as did Nesu, Delta, Miech, Dingleby. Let's see who's about to finish his own lap. Vipersonics goes back to pits. Falcon is done. Alpha Max is done as well. Let's see if Firestar can complete. I think that was track
He's
limits
coming out the
from him.
corner now. Let's see if he improves against Max Alpha.
I'm pretty sure that was track limits on his behalf. Yep, indeed.
Yeah, he's squirreling around. He doesn't.
No
he
feelings
knows
out
what
of this.
he's done.
And qualifying is done. Our top 8, since there's only 8, Vipersonics, Falling Falcon, Alpha Max Nova 1, Firestar 16, Nesu, Delta, Miech, and Dingleby.
5.
As
4.
we
No,
now
he won't have enough
move-
time. No, he's just that close. Oh, it's over. Oh,
Yeah.
no time to improve. That's your
Yep.
grid, everyone.
As now we move to the we are now going to move to the warm-up for race 1, and we are going to leave you with the intro for the DRSC round 4. And we are back, everyone. Thank you for waiting. I hope you enjoyed the intro, as always. Now, there's 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the warm-up, and I am pretty sure that Alpha is still running the other layout. They are all running the other layout, aren't they?
What? I mean, it looks like they turned over. I couldn't
Wait.
tell.
No, they are still doing the normal. No, yeah, they're doing the correct one. Thankfully. Please tell me that Alpha is not gonna go straight here. Okay, he's turning.
Whoa! What is Nesu doing?
Whoa!
He's running a second backwards.
And we have our instances of bad people doing bad thing to scare other people. I'm not gonna say the word because we don't want to get blacklisted by YouTube. So, 30 seconds left in warm-up as we are about
I think
to
people are
move
going
to
insane.
the grid.
I
Let's
got
go
me
on the-
doing burnouts in turn 1. I think everyone's brains fried. Oh,
And
Grimmincy
this
hit
has
them.
gone from DRSC to Demolition Derby RSC.
Do we have any ovals in RaceRoom?
Yes, there's Daytona and Indianapolis. And there's a very sad oval in Germany that I don't remember the name of, the inside layout, the road layout was used for the qualifying of the DTM this year. The virtual DTM. that I tried to
Are you
participate
talking about
and
Latches
failed.
Spring?
Sorry?
Latches Spring?
I guess.
I think so. Return to garage. 50 seconds on race 1.
30 seconds.
Pretty much. Now we get to see how that grid start practice from earlier is going to pay off in about 30 seconds from now.
All right. Now I think that all the drivers are getting ready on the grid. We are looking at the greens outside Sepang. There's around a minute for people to get ready onto the grid, as we only have 8 drivers and nobody can join anymore. We're gonna have 3 8-driver races. Hopefully nobody crashes, but let's not jinx it.
It did exit. 5 seconds on that timer.
5 seconds. There we go, as we are now onto the grid, as we go to 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and
Off and
away
away
we
they
go. There was a yellow flag, but nobody crashed, thankfully. Let's go to the air camera, to the helicopter camera, to see a better shot. They are gonna go 3 wide into turn 1. Alpha Max covers Falcon. Is Alpha Max gonna go for the move for P1? He does, and he clears Viper Sonics.
Not quite.
He does,
No,
he does, and Falcon is
does
gonna
not.
move to the inside of Viper Sonics to try and maybe make a move. He doesn't. As the order now goes, Alpha Max, Viper Sonics, Falling Falcon, with Nesu going to the inside of Falcon to make a move. Let's see, is he gonna make the move stick? Is he going for it? Almost goes for it, doesn't really make the move. Now, order, Alpha Max, Viper Sonics, Falling Falcon, Nesu, Delta, Firestar, Dingleby, and Miech, who had a spin. Oh no, Miech is having trouble outside of turn 4. That's a tricky corner. Probably some dirty tires right there. And Alpha Max is trying to pull away while Falcon is fighting with Viper Sonics. Are we maybe going to see... No, I'm not going to say it. I want to enjoy the racing today. Less cars means less thing to bother about. So we're just going to concentrate on the guys right here, right now. We are not losing a single second of this action. Now, the gap...
Langridge's gone to pit. Why is Firestar gone to pit? What's his deal?
Maybe Firestar got a drive-through penalty. I hope he didn't.
Oh no. What caused that yellow flag in the beginning? Because I exited out
maybe a jump
instantly.
start. Oh, I'm
Could be
sorry
that,
to hear
yes.
that. As now the Delta almost hits Nesu under braking. As now the gaps are Delta 8/10 off of Nesu, Nesu 1 second off of Falcon, Falcon 4/10 to Cordian, and Cordian 3/10 off of Alpha. Everyone is pretty packed
3/10
up
slow.
here. Ooh, and Alpha doesn't really have the most optimal line, but still keeps the distance. Yep, Viper Sonics is gonna get really close here. We go on the wing camera for Alpha, as we see Viper
Alpha is
Sonics catching up
defending.
with the slipstream. The slipstream on this straight is really strong, but he doesn't make the move. Alpha, with the braking he learned today racing against me, we did a very fun, chill race together. He wanted to
Viper
test
Sonics
his
on
racecraft.
bumper.
Yep, and the fight for P1 is very clear between the probably best 3 drivers we had the entire championship. Maybe best 3 of the best 4, because Firestar has been very competitive throughout. Sadly, he had this penalty, but otherwise I'm pretty sure he would have been here with us up here. As Delta and Nesu are still fighting together, we see that the gaps are basically unchanged. Since it's only 10 minutes in the race, they are gonna do 10 laps for each race. So we are about to enter lap 4 of the race, and they are very bunched up here. As we go back to the wing camera for Alpha, because they are really close now. Is
Serious
Alpha
under
gonna
a
cover the
blanket.
inside? Yes, he does.
No, he
Viper
can't.
Sonics moving to the outside. Ooh, there's contact on the straight. A little bit of scraping between the 2 cars. Alpha Max
Alpha
goes
brakes
very hard on the
hard.
braking. Stops on the
More
corner.
behind Sonic.
Defends very well. Falcon is really close to Viper Sonics now. Is he gonna get a better exit? Probably. Let's see. Let's go to the action camera. to see. And yes, Falcon is gonna be really close. Let's go on board with Falcon now. Is he gonna try to make the move? He doesn't.
Nope,
Vipersonics
not
covers the
space.
inside, but he has a very bad line outside of turn 4, as now Falcon is gonna try to make the move around the outside. He's still there. Ooh,
Oh,
there's
he
maybe a bit
bumped
of
him.
contact, a little bit of a bump, but everyone is safe. That's the most important thing. Alpha Max now with a bit of gap, trying to take a breath, as Delta is still very close to Nesu. No one leaving an inch for anybody to make a move. Now,
If Falcon
Alpha,
and Viper keeps fighting, then Alpha just drives off into the sunset. But if they both work together, then Alpha really has some. He has some
issues.
a threat behind. He has a threat behind him for sure.
Falcon
Just trying to find the word
way
for it.
closer to Vipersonics than Vipersonics was to Alpha. They are now even, as the Vipersonics has a way better exit than Alpha here. He's gaining. I'm not sure that he's
Now
going to
they're
try and
strung
move
out.
down here. He can't.
Now
He's
the struck out
quite far away.
Viper's going to be trying to fight with the guy in front rather than the one behind him.
Yeah, right now Vipersonics desperately need to put some points between himself and Falcon. He's trailing 9 points behind in the championship. If he wants to win the biggest prize of the that the championship has to offer, so winning the championship, he's gonna have to get the points on Falcon one way or another. Now, Falcon 3/10 away from Vipersonics. Falcon is closer to Vipersonics than Vipersonics is to Alpha. Not anymore. Vipersonics with a great slipstream. Alpha covering the inside. Vipersonics has to go to the outside. Let's go to the action camera.
Oh, great blade.
Ooh, Alpha
Force
Max
later,
defends
wow.
great. Doesn't give any room to Vipersonics to try and do a switchback. And we are back on the racing. Ooh, and Falcon is now super close to Vipersonics, who probably didn't have a great exit out of turn 2. Let's see, Falcon maybe gonna try to make the move. No, he just shows himself. Ooh, and Alpha braking very early. Vipersonics almost crashing into him, and Falcon again on the outside, having a better exit than Vipersonics out of turn 4. Ooh, almost bumps him, gets really close and personal with him. Alpha Max with not the greatest line. Vipersonics is really close now. Oh, and they are super close now. The fight for
They're
P1
blanking
is
for like 3
closer than
laps.
ever. This is going to be very interesting to watch, as Vipersonics is already alongside Alpha Max, with Falcon taking all the slipstream. Are they gonna go 3 wide into turn 1?
They might. They're trying. They're not going to do
Alpha
it.
Max going to defend the inside. Ooh,
Oh, it's him.
wow! And Firestar
Trying
tries
to make a
to
switch
make
back
the
on Alpha.
move. Alpha has the inside and he keeps
work.
P1. Wow, what a fight for P1 these guys are putting on. It's gonna be fun trying to see them fight their way back to P1, as we are now currently around lap 7 of the race.
These top 3 have been in a stalemate for the past 7 minutes.
Ooh, and
basically,
Falcon
they do
tries
not
to
have
make the
enough
move.
time.
Doesn't make it. Ooh, and Delta on the inside of Nesu doesn't make the move. These two are also fighting very hard. Okay. Now, Falcon close to Vipersonics.
Sonic's falling back from Alpha.
Not that much.
Falcon trying to make a jump
Had
on
a better exit. Let's go to the wing camera of Alpha. Ooh, Alpha doesn't move as fast as he needs to, as Vipersonics takes the inside from him. How is Alpha gonna respond to this move? With
He can't, but-
Falcon moving.
Whoa,
Oh
he
no!
did some.
There's a spin. We're gonna have to look through this during race direction later. He didn't see probably Falcon going for the inside there, and Vipersonics
It
is
stretches out this
through
line.
into P1, and he's gonna try and run away with it.
1, 2, 3. That's 3 gunshots.
As now there's 2.5 laps left in the race. Delta still very close to Nesu. Let's go to the helicopter cam. Alpha is still 7/10 off of Vipersonics. He's still trying to catch up. He doesn't want to let that P1 slip away from his hands. There's 3 races today, but of course, getting it done in the first one would be a massive achievement from the Italian. 7/10 off. He still should have some slipstream. As Falcon
Going
is
down to about a
falling
minute left.
behind Alpha, 5/10 off of Vipersonics. He's still there. He doesn't want to let go, getting all the slipstream. As there's 57 seconds left in the race, so 2 laps, this one and the next one, that they are barely going to start. Alpha is still very close to Firestar. There we
Alpha
go.
trying to catch
Alpha
up
is
as much as they can
really
to the
close
wide
to Firestar
sweepers.
now. Oh wow, Alpha is super close.
Alpha's within very good slipstream distance, and it's a matter of his exit,
He
which
had
is kind
a
of poor.
worse exit, but he could still try to make a move. Let's go on board with him. As Delta now really close to Nesu, actually trying to make the move down the straight. Alpha is not gonna be able to make a move, but he's still very close. If he's close enough, maybe he'll try to make the move down at turn 4. Oh, he's close, alright. As Nesu now
Nesu in the
trying to get
grass.
back to Delta.
Oh, he's spinning it up.
Yep. Alpha trying to take all the slipstream from Vipersonics. But
Oh, braking really, really late in the
Vipersonics
4.
goes all the way to the inside to cover. As now Alpha is super close. He's going to the outside. He is faster.
Wow, he's way faster.
Oh, there's a little bump, but everyone is fine. Alpha around the outside, maybe with a better exit.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
The race
They were under a
is
blanket the
over.
entire time. No one could do anything against each other except
This
if
was
they spawn.
a very entertaining race, I gotta say. And Delta snatching P4
Nice.
from Nesu at the very last lap. So the finishing order is Vipersonics, Alpha Max, Falcon. Then we have Delta, Nesu, Dingleby, Miech, and Firestar in last. Don't go anywhere. In 3 minutes, we are gonna have our race number 2. As we'll take a very short break during the warm-up. And we are back. Sorry everyone for the interruption. We were taking a small break to give you the best possible entertainment for race 2, which is about to start. Now, as we are waiting for the drivers to get on the grid, about to start race number 2. Remember, top 10 is inverted, so all 8 drivers are gonna start in reversed grid positions.
So, Tiz, here's an interesting thing. Because I'm technically in the event, however, I've not done any races, I think I'm put
Yes,
first
Eve,
position.
you are starting.
So,
You left. That's good already. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean,
yeah, that means that spot's gone and they're ready to go.
yup. So 5 red lights, and
Bang, and they're
it's
going.
go time. Let's go to the helicopter cam to see Miek in first position. Alpha Max, of course, as always, with a great start. I hope there's gonna be no contact here. Let's go to
Alpha
the
Max
action
trying to make
camera.
it inside of Nesu.
Is Alpha Max move?
Oh, 4-1,
my
it does not
god!
work, they wreck each other!
And it's a disaster for
It's a complete
everyone.
disaster. Into turn 2, they're still wrecking!
What
Dingleby
is
and Fortino. What
Oh
is going on? Why do they... What was any of that?
what is going on around here? Dingleby now fighting with Miek for P4, and Alpha Max is now currently at the back
Fortino
of
and
the
Viper, they
grid.
touch. Into turn 4. Cleanly, as cleanly as these Whoa, what did Alpha just do?
Yeah, Alpha is still
Got
trying
loose
to
out
get
of
back.
4, I guess.
Yep, there's
Front.
a lot of racing. Delta trying to
Lamberton up
keep
in
up
front.
with Vipersonics. Firestar
Nesu's
trying
gonna
to
be chasing
run
down
away
Lamberton.
with this. Nesu trying to catch him up. As
Someone's at grass. It's
Miek,
Miek.
Miek going to the normal layout, I suppose. Alpha is still there, miraculously. He didn't lose that much time as, wow, Dingleby pushing Cordian all the way almost to the wall, but giving him enough space to work with. Cordian makes the move stick. Let's go to see Alpha maybe, at the back. Everyone is fighting. Ooh, Miek moves on Alpha and Delta moves on Dingleby. Is Alpha gonna capitalize and steal both positions from the two drivers? As now Falcon is very close to Nesu. Let's see. Falcon makes the move down.
Whoa, what are we doing, Alpha? Good God.
3-way. Alpha
Three
pulls
wide,
away.
not quite.
Oh my god, everyone is bumping into each
Lots
other.
of contact from everyone.
Yeah, we are gonna have to
Like
look.
even to
this.
drive that isn't complete death if you touch each other.
Yeah.
These cars are particularly durable.
I
Very
don't want to
durable,
know
too.
what the voice chat sounds like right now.
Monkeys.
I am afraid. Yeah, probably.
They're oohing and on. They're all very scared of each other.
Yeah.
Interesting that we have a mid pack completely on top of each other, basically.
Yep, and Falcon's trying
Ding will
to
be
make
trying
the
to
move.
defend Alpha. Alpha go out as low as he can.
Falcon making the move on this, but Falcon overshoots it a lot. Alpha making the move on Dingleby. They
Contact
make
Dingleby and Alpha.
contact.
Alpha got into the grass
Oh
there.
boy. Oh my
Dingleby
god.
hit
And
really hard.
bro, what is going on? And how
I
did
don't
Falcon
know.
get ahead of Nesu? We are losing
Because he's
everything and
faster.
at witnessing everything. What is going on here?
We need Sky here. Oh, Nestor's not giving up yet. Even
Yup.
though Falcon's a faster driver generally, Nestor's not giving up on his second position.
No, and I
I
can tell
don't
you
know
that
if that
Firestar is
will-
just more than happy to run away with this.
Oh, yeah.
Nesu is
He's gone.
still there.
See you later.
Alpha trying to gain back the positions he lost. Miek
Viper
going
Sonic
for the
behind Nesu. Oh no. There's
it's
still
Miek.
a lot of
Oh, yeah.
time left in this.
Yep. Oh boy. That was crazy.
That was an eventful collapse.
Now we are seeing the main fights are the Alpha that just passed Delta and Vipersonics very close to Nesu. He's not gonna try to make the move just yet. Maybe trying to hoping for a mistake of the Ukrainian driver on exit. He's faster, but he's
Right behind
not gonna
him.
make a move here. He doesn't.
Looking high. Definitely wants around him.
Vipersonic still with a comfortable 1.6 second lead, as Falcon is now trying to catch up to the New Zealand driver. Delta still trying to keep up with Alpha, and Alpha with a 2.9 second gap to Vipersonics. Vipersonics now trying to make a move
Vipersonics
on
looking
Nesu.
inside of Nesu.
Let's see how
Can he
this
make it
ends
stick at the turn
up.
one? It's a long straightaway. Dives in deep.
Nesu still
They're
trying to
alongside
resist
through
from
turn
the
one, but I
outside.
think Viper's got
Remember,
it.
outside that turns into inside for turn two. Nesu has a little bit of a better line,
They're
but
trying. It's over.
yeah, Vipersonics has
Into
a
a
better
long
exit.
sleep for 3.
Yeah, and Falcon is now on the hunt for Firestar, and Vipersonics is on the hunt for Falcon. Usual stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Now Alpha trying to close the gap between himself and Nezu to try and make as many points as he can. He is in a direct fight with Firestar for P3 in the championship, which is the last position that awards that gives you a prize at the end of the championship. Now, he sure got a lot of points in that race 1 with Firestar getting P8 because of the drive-thru, but currently Firestar is gaining quite some points on him. As the closest fight we have right now is between Nesu and Vipersonics, and every driver now is spaced about 1 second from each other. So Falcon now getting decently close to Vipersonics to maybe try and make a move in the next few laps. Not quite. Vipersonics trying to catch back up to Falcon. Gain 4 tenths
Oh,
so far.
Yak in the grass. Don't know what happened to him.
Thankfully the situation calmed down, but yeah, Alpha said it. Race 2 is always a disaster, because it has to be.
It's kind of like the duels at Daytona for the Cup Series. One
Yeah.
of them's a snoozer. The other one is a barn burner. A complete crapshoot. That's
Yep.
how that always happens. So, for us, it would be race 1 and race 2, but there's also a race 3 after this.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
That
worried
is the
about.
difference here. It's going to be worse, probably. I think it's kind of like magnitudes, you know? You have this race, and then you flip the field again, and then it's 2 times the problems. And then if you do a race 4, it's 2 times the problems of race 3. So really, we should have 5 races for maximum pain.
Thankfully, RaceRoom only allows us to do 3 races in a row.
Okay, 3 minutes to go. Everyone kind of trailing
Yep.
behind each other.
Yeah,
Why do
but
I hear cops?
yeah, the gaps have closed down. Alpha.
Alpha Tino trying to get in on Alpha.
Yep, he's very
2
close.
Italian drivers. They're both competing for the same glory.
Yeah, but currently Falcon is probably the most interesting because he's closed the gap to Firestar, and he's gonna try to challenge for that win that Firestar really wants, because would be his second win of the championship, and that would mean that he is the only other driver apart from Falcon and Vipersonics who has multiple wins.
Those 3 are pretty much in a league of their own.
And the
And
worst
then
part
there
is that, oh no, when I say it,
Oh
and
no!
Firestar bins it on turn 1, but he has a better exit. This is gonna be the first
Oh,
interesting
side by side,
thing
when
to
they touch,
happen
they would
since
not.
the beginning. We're going to the action camera for this one, with Firestar still in front.
Mort's looking anywhere he can, going outside of this corner. That's a really weird way to do it. Cut him off on that
But now
outside,
he's
that
on
exit.
the inside for the S's.
Yeah,
Is
makes him inside.
Firestar gonna resist on the outside? It looks like it.
It's neck and
He
neck.
just needs to hold on to it because this is now
Only
his
a bumper.
inside. Wow, Falcon is still there.
Oh,
they have
side
a
by
little bit of a
side.
bump.
Into this corner. It tightens up
And
a lot. There's
Firestar
not a lot of
keeps
track
it.
speeds.
What an amazing
Wow.
defense from the Kiwi driver. But now Vipersonics is there once again, and it's always those 3. It's either these 3 or there's Alpha instead
Oh, what
of Firestar.
Firestar's doing? No, he cannot do that. Yeah, he backs
Yeah,
out.
we are not. Oh
Langleton,
my!
bad
Don't-
entrance.
guys,
He's done that the last lap.
please, we already had something like this last race. Let's not do this. Alpha now fighting with Nesu for the glory of P4, the wooden medal, and Falcon still close to Firestar. trying to make the move for that P1. He's maybe gonna go to the inside. He backs.
Morts will try.
He tries, but he doesn't find the space as Alpha now, side by side with Nesu, doesn't make the move stick himself. Wow, the fights are quite incredible. I don't know which one to follow, to be fair.
I'm following the front end. You
Yeah,
figure out
follow
what's
the
going on in the back, I suppose. But
Yeah, I'm
I
already
mean,
checking
it's
out.
the same thing that's been doing the entire race.
Yeah, Alpha Max should be
think they're
very
coming
close
up on the
to
last
overtake. Firestar covering the
17
inside,
seconds.
Falcon going to the outside. Cordian taking the slipstream of Falcon instead of Firestar. Cordian going to the most outside. They are 3 wide.
Won't work though. Oh,
Doesn't
Cordy looking
work.
inside of that.
Oh, Falcon!
This is
oh
officially
my.
the last lap.
This is
It's-
now
it's all or
officially last lap.
nothing.
Alpha made the move on Nesu and he made it stick. Now Firestar defending for his life. Let's go to the wing camera. Falcon
Oh, look at inside
going
hard.
for the move.
Nope.
It doesn't stick. Let's still be in this camera. This is so fire. So Firestar, I gotta say.
But
This race is fire, and I gotta say that this man in P1 right here is the star of the show. And we go through the final corner. Oh, he has a bad exit! Bad exit! Is it gonna be a drag race to the finish line?
It
Falcon
might be.
is gonna
Well,
try,
not
but
quite.
Firestar wins the race. Falcon P2, Vipersonics P3, Alpha Max P4, Nesu P5, Delta P6, Miak P7, and Dingleby super close
Dingleby, not quite.
8.
Nope.
As we're gonna take another short break before we start race 3. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody, and prepare for race 3. Remember, top 10 is still reversed. So, are we gonna see some very stupid shenanigans into turn 1 again? I sure hope so,
yes.
because you guys love it. So, we're gonna have a Lancia Delta HF in Gran Turismo 7. Finally, Delta gets properly represented in a Gran Turismo game. So,
Good to have the fourth Greek letter alphabet represented like that as well as our Francesco Latino.
as we are now waiting for everyone to go
Who are we
onto the
waiting
grid,
for?
remember to
My escape key is ready. I'm waiting for it to start going green.
yeah, just remember to
Excuse me.
skedaddle out of the way
It's been done.
as we are going
Under the
to
race
5
monitor.
red lights. Why is Viper Sonic starting
Don't worry about
P1?
it. I'm not sure. I don't think he should. That's not where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. What is
Oh, he
going
wrecked him!
on?
Ow!
And Nesu is into the wall. Oh my,
Vatino.
what happened?
Into
Now,
turn 1.
Alpha Max trying to make a
just
move
gotta
on
clear.
Delta. He does. Please, everyone, survive this. Okay,
fine.
I'm worried about this.
Whoa, what are they doing out of the corner there? 2 wide, trying to make it 3 for some reason.
Okay. They look
Okay.
alive.
Oh
Please.
wow! Oh, what are we doing? Dingleby and Fatina.
Oh
Dingleby
my!
and, Miek.
What are they doing back here? Oh,
Everything.
And they are alive somehow. And Falcon is now very far behind.
That's too much
Probably-
damage. You see at the front of his car, it's all crumpled up. He has damage.
Oh wow! Maybe contact with Nesu at the beginning.
Oh! He goes out wide. He almost got spun.
Who spun?
Spun. He nearly got spun. Not quite.
Oh wow! You
He
scared me.
falls back a little bit. Well, I mean, I thought it was going to be straight head on.
I'm
to
following
the
the
wall.
action at the front as I'm seeing Alpha Max trying to catch Viper Sonics. He's 2/10. Is he gonna try to make the move down here into turn 1? Ooh, he looks into it but doesn't make the move. He's very close.
Mort's trying to make it on Nesu.
Yup. Falcon.
He may
trying
have
to
it. He may have it.
Ooh,
No, he does not
Nesu.
have it.
Yeah, he does it.
Puts
He
him
does.
out wide.
He does. He
He's
does.
got it. He's got it.
Still, on the fight for
And they
P1,
fought.
Alpha Max really wants this forsaken win. He's so desperately searching. Oh, Viper Sonics doesn't have the best exit out of the 4th corner. I think the best shot Alpha Max has is to try and keep up in the S's, have a great last turn and make a move on the first straight. That's
Yeah.
probably the best shot you have at overtaking around here. He's
Well,
close,
you know,
he's
where
very
is, where
close.
is Alpha strongest? That's the question here.
Alpha is strong around all the track, trust me, because I've raced with him and he's strong all around. He trained with me for racing.
Wait.
He's very,
Sector
very
3 is the
close.
same. 22, 5,
Alpha
9, 80. He goes
goes
inside
for
of him.
it! Is he gonna make the move stick? Viper Sonic
He
still
might.
has the inside.
Hypersonic doesn't agree.
But Alpha is gonna have the better exit. Not quite. Yes, he's gonna have the inside
then
here.
inside
Let's go
there.
to the action camera.
Wow, there's bumper. This is going to be a wild turn 4.
As Falcon makes the move on Miek and gets 5th place.
Hypersonic inside of Alpha.
Alpha,
Okay,
who gained
nope.
6 positions since the beginning.
Oh,
Viper
he's-
Sonics doesn't make the
wow.
move stick.
God.
Oh wow, Alpha is defending like a lion here. He wants this win. He desires it. As he's gonna
Well,
try
as we
to
know,
run away
as we
with
know,
it.
tis the lion does not break for turn 4.
Exactly. As we say hi to Virus in the chat, he was racing here last week. Sad to don't see him here today, but he's here in the chat supporting his friend. Now, Viper Sonics close to Alpha,
We're
looking
trying
to
to make
the
it again.
inside. Alpha not defending because he knows that there's still time.
Kabang.
Alpha
File it in on the inside.
wanted to maybe do a
And
switchback.
try to make it on the second, but not
No,
close
Simeon.
enough.
No, Simeon.
Oh, no.
Il ministro della difesa italiano è Catte, mi dispiace.
No,
Ooh,
no.
and Nesu making the move on Miech. Miech fights back with his team owner.
former team owner. These guys have scuffled in the past. In
Yep.
the last race, it was Miek that dumped Nesu, and who's to say it won't happen again? But the other way around looks on the inside of
I
Miek.
hope for no personal
No.
vendettas.
Oh,
as
maybe. Oh, yes. Getting around him. Oh, ooh, I don't like that.
very, very close to contact. I was afraid. I was scared.
I mean,
gotta
that was
say.
contact, but it's, I mean, inconsequential.
Okay, as
That's really
Alpha Max
close.
trying to get back to to Viper Sonics, but of course Viper Sonics is really competitive around here. He's 5/10 away, as Miek is still close to Nesu. He's still probably
Miek
going to
with
try
him
to make the move. Delta is gaining on
Goes left.
Firestar.
Goes inside into turn one. Skirt.
Miek goes deep.
Clean
Oh,
around.
Nesu for
Clean
the
around.
switch.
Nobody doesn't think so. No. Okay.
And
Oh, nobody doesn't think so. Oh my God.
I told you he
Just
was gonna
goes
go for
around
it.
him.
I told you, and Alpha is still 3/10 off of Viper Sonics. This race is super interesting and way cleaner than race 2. So, thank God.
A lot.
That was a cut from Yak, pretty sure. Delta trying to catch up to Firestar to try and get a podium. His second podium after the race 2 of round 1. Max 3/10 off of Firestar. Let's go to the wing of Viper Sonics. Let's see Viper Sonics here. 2.7, 2.5, 2.3, 2.2. He's too far. Oh, he gets away. He has a way better entry into turn 1. I didn't really understand the
Alpha
line there.
does not make a lot at all. Oh,
probably
no.
had the slowdown. 4 minutes left in the race, so around 5 laps. Oh yeah, Miyaki's just cutting left and right.
Miek is trying to get as much as he can out of that car. Unfortunately, the auto stewards that we hired, the robotic messes that they are, they will penalize at will, and sometimes that could mean you or your friend gets track limits into oblivion.
Yep.
And that may be happening to Miek, and also may be happening to Dingleby as well. Because I saw him behind Miek, but he's fallen back.
Alpha
a little
with
bit
a great line through the S. Is he close enough to Firestar? No, he's still not close enough to Viper Sonics to make a move. As
He's definitely getting
Alpha made
closer,
it the
though.
speed of light. Virus trying to give suggestions to his friend to gain some speed. Oh, wow,
no.
Alpha very hard on the brakes into turn 1. He's super close.
Oh, gives him a
Almost bumps the Polish driver.
They turn 2.
Again,
they go through cleanly.
Slipstream. Dingleby making a move on Miech. Dingleby makes the move stick. Miech goes for the switch, but
Oh,
there's
he
a
hit!
yellow flag. What happened?
I don't know. There shouldn't
Nobody
be one.
died apparently. That's good.
Nobody died. That's weird.
Yeah, I
Dingleby
saw the yellow
had
flag. I
contact with
was
Miech, but
scared.
they're
There's
okay.
still a yellow flag. Oh no! Firestar spins
Flagoton!
out.
Oh no!
As we have to go back to the front. We're gonna have to see it through the replay after what happened. Yellow flag. I saw a warning. I couldn't see what it was. Let's see. Alpha 0.37. Still not close enough to make the move.
He's gotta use every avenue he can. But on this track, if you go for a move, it has to stick, or it's your race. We've seen so many people go into, say, turn 4, try to make a move, and they have a horrible exit through the S's.
You said it.
And I'd say that kind of applies to turn 1 and turn 2 as they're going through now. But now, to turn 4 as they're getting to.
Now Delta
So
has
Alpha
to
makes a move.
defend. Delta has to defend his podium place against Falcon, our championship leader. As we have to go to the helicopter cam with Falcon going to the inside of Delta, but Delta keeps it there.
Cleanly, not really.
Defends the position. Now, Alpha 5/10 off of Viper Sonics and Falcon 2/10 off of Delta. Alpha trying to gather his thoughts and concentrate to try and make a very clean lap to get back on Viper Sonics. Delta
He's really running
loses
out
the
of time,
position.
though.
How did he lose the position in that corner? What move did Falcon pull that we missed?
Pass in the grass.
That was I'm
more
gonna look through
cameras.
it later because that would have been probably so interesting. Sorry for Delta, but yeah, Falcon needs to make points for the championship. Alpha, by the way, race 1 finishing in P2 was his best result in the championship so far. But I'm pretty sure that he's not satisfied with it. Now there's just 2 laps left of racing this one
nope.
and the next one. And Alpha is giving it his everything. Oh wow, he's close. He is close now.
He's really close. Don't.
Going to the
This
outside.
is my thinking. Don't necessarily make a move. Just be there. No, he spins him. He spins him out. Oh,
It's a
well, he
disaster.
lets him go. They're both.
And
very
Falcon
slow
goes
track.
through.
That's
Yeah.
over for both of
It
them.
happened also in practice that it
That was a
happens.
gentlemanly move by Alpha, I would say, stopping for the wrecked guy that just wrecked. But
Yeah, that
cost both
that
their
was
races.
a great thing from him, but yeah,
That
that
puts Latino second at all of that. So I think that's 2 places that both Delta and Falcon
Falcon.
didn't expect themselves to be this late to the race, and this one would be the last. Can Latino
yeah.
make any moves towards it's just
Yeah.
over.
If Delta can make a move, that would be a race win for him. So,
It would be. It would be
but
legally
he's 6
obligated
tenths
to interview
away.
him.
He's
on that.
quite far. I kind of think
I
that
think-
Falcon has this in the bag.
Falcon has this in the bag, and I think that puts them even farther up in front in terms of championship
Not sure
points.
because
He may just have this.
Viper Sonics and Falcon have completely erased the points that they gain on each other in the first race because they finished 1 and 3 but inverted. So Viper Sonics first and Falcon P3. So it just depends on race 2. As we now see around the final corner, Falling Falcon getting his win, his deserved win. He has so far won in every single round of this championship. Delta P2, best result so far for him.
Dingleby
Viper
gets into the
Sonics
grass
P3,
there, coming to the end.
Alpha Max P4, Firestar P5,
Looks
Nesu
really
P6,
falling
Dingle
back. What
BP7,
happened?
and Miech currently around turn 4, going to
Yeah, what happened
finish.
to him?
Probably he got a drive through because he's 20 seconds behind. So this is the final result. We are gonna have the drivers here for the post-race interviews, and I am afraid about what I'm about to hear from every one of them. But don't worry, everyone. I hope they just keep it family friendly. Anyways, there's Miech over the finish line, and this is the results for race 3. Be right back.
Lot
Hello.
of points.
Okay. So hello to all the drivers. I hear someone is very happy now. So hello to everyone. You are now currently on stream, and someone already left. That is great. I think it was Miech. So 3 crazy races, all 3 of them. And as you know, this is the post-race interviews. So now we are gonna go through all of you and just, have a little chat, and maybe you'll tell us about your races. So let's start with race 1 winner, Viper Sonics.
So yeah, race 1 went great. Lots of fighting. I see some strategy happening to make me not win, but I got it still. Race 2 went quite good, but at the end I got slowed down penalty twice. I only noticed once. So at the finish I did not slow down and got a big penalty, putting me in
That's why you
P8.
were starting in first.
Yup, on race 3
Oh.
I started first, but it went quite horribly as Alpha Max got my rear on one of the corners and we both slowed down very much. Votino and
Falcon.
Falling Falcon got ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Now let's move to our race 2 winner, Firestar. Congratulations on
no.
your second win.
Thank you. It was to compensate for how bad race 1 was. I was so used to F1 games where you clutch dump with your paddle that I held in the paddle to hold in the clutch, but no, that just shifts you up, and I started going, and I got a drive-through penalty instantly
Damn.
on race 1. But race 2 was pretty fun. I did my best to defend against Falcon. I defended hard. There's a few moments where it was a bit iffy, where I couldn't tell exactly if I was pushing him or not. I'll have to look back at it, but and then race 3 was okay. I was third for a long time, held position great, and then I just spun out, unfortunately. Overall,
Yeah.
it was an okay weekend.
It was an okay weekend. Of course, we are gonna tell you the points after. I'm gonna make some quick calculations, give you provisional points, and then for the actual results, I'll have to wait for the crash reports, and I am afraid that there's gonna be many. So we move to our race 3 winner. I know it's strange to say this, but it's a surprise winner, Falcon.
Yeah, race 1, I don't even remember what happened there.
You finished P3 behind
To
Alpha.
be honest. Oh yeah, they were fighting in front, and I could not pretty much catch up, and I had a collision with Alpha into turn 1. I don't know whose fault that was, might have been me.
We'll check.
Going for an optimistic gap. Then in race 2, I was very much trying to overtake Firestar, but he defended very well. I could not manage to do that. And race 3 was basically a lot of luck, just fighting through the field, and then Alpha and Vipersonics crashing gave me the win, pretty undeserved, but yeah.
Okay. Now, we move to two drivers that in this round of the championship got their best ever results, in both of them getting P2, one in race 1 and one in race 3. Alphamax.
Well, I mean, race 1 was pretty good. I mean, as I said, Falcon, there was a little bit of contact in T1, but I'm not sure either if it was my fault or his. But if I had to be completely honest, I think it's probably a racing incident, because I wasn't expecting him, and probably he wasn't expecting me to close the gap. So that was the main reason for the contact.
Yeah, we'll
But
go for a check on that.
yeah, probably. But yeah, except for that, race 1 was pretty good. I tried my best, but that wasn't really enough. Then race 2, yeah, let's say it was a little bit of a terrorist in race 2, so a good recovery overall, but I could have done way better. And race 3, yeah, if I wasn't being a bloody idiot in the last few parts of the race, I would have probably gotten another good result. But I was like, hey, yeah, I can try it down the outside here, and well, turns out I could not. So, yeah, that's completely my fault for the crash in race 3, and I take full responsibility for that. So.
I saw a mirror accident to the one we had while we were practicing today, so I mean, I was afraid of that possibility when you were trying to go to the outside. I get what you were trying to do, and I also know that while watching the replay, I was saying that you were actually alongside and you still spun him around. I am afraid that this was more of a connection issue, but I'll
Look,
see in the replay.
I'm not sure really, but if that comes to a penalty or anything, I'll take full blame, because I shouldn't have tried something like that. So, yeah, that being said, yeah, happy for race 1. Race 2 could have been a little bit better, and race 3, well, yeah, that happened. So, yeah, overall, it's a good weekend, but still could have done better.
Okay, now, Delta, tell us about your race 3, and in general, your weekend.
The weekend, let me say, I had very bad feelings about this. Not because I don't like the track, I love Sepang, but more that I underestimated how difficult it is on keeping the constance, the momentum with the car. And you saw that I was very inconsistent with my results. P4, P6, and P2. Like, I was kinda.
Looks to me like you like even numbers.
I like the even numbers, even though I was born in an uneven day. But
Hahaha, you like even numbers, even though, haha. Okay, anyways.
jokes aside, about the race 3, I always kept it clean. I always tried to push, but not do something crazy. Like, I think the only major complaint I had was to avoid Ingleby, but besides that, I think I tried to keep it clean, even if I lose too many positions. But besides that, I was very lucky to finish P2, and I was, with my surprise, on par with Falcon, even though it was way more faster than me, but I was able to keep up with him. So I'm happy for the race, and I'm happy to have finished P2. Like, I'm surprised by myself.
Good, 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 good. Now we move to Nesu.
I'm pissed, honestly. Third race was basically the worst that could have happened. Well, besides the fact that the first two races were kinda disappointing because I understood that I'm not able to keep up the pace to at least defend the podium position. But the third race, I finally got a perfect reaction time and then I got immediately killed.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and being like, damn.
So basically, I was racing the whole race with a broken suspension, so there was absolutely no chance of me doing anything.
Understandable. And then Dingleby.
Yeah, I didn't do the best, and then yeah, I was kind of really I was in a nothing zone for pretty much the whole event. Not really faster than anyone, but not, or faster than some people, but still slower than everyone else. So I tended to build a gap behind and in front of me. And then race 3, I forgot to shift out of first gear on race start. So that messed with everyone else. I am very sorry for that. But aside from that, it was just kind of a nothing burger of an event.
Okay, I mean, it happens sometimes. You still scored points. I mean, many of your championship rivals, the people you're currently fighting in championship with, didn't show up for the race. So yeah, I mean, in general, all of you, apart from the top five, so Firestar, Delta, Alpha, Falcon, and Vipersonics, apart from you five, basically all the guys behind who were fighting with each other, most of you got like 3 points on them. Nesu didn't have any of his direct competition today, neither did Dingleby or Miech. Miech scoring actually his first points in the championship in these few races. So that should put him in a decent position in the standings. And I mean, at least he shows up. I'm happy that he shows up, and he still gives us some good moments and some entertainment. So yeah, I'm thankful for all of you guys who decided to show up for this race. You were 8, but the races were shorter, so you didn't like get distanced that much, and you still gave us great racing. So thank you all. Thank you for participating, and I hope you had fun.
I would like to say good evening to everyone and wish you a great night.
Good time zone.
Thank you.
Time zone, God.
All right. So thank you everyone for driving. Thank you everyone for watching, and thanks to Jason Short E here in the commentator booth for helping me commentate these 3
I tried.
very eventful races. No, you did good. You did good. You did good. As always, I'm Tiz. He's Jason Short, and this is the DRSC. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.
And see us next week when we do this over the full circuit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess.
It's
See ya.
gonna be a nightmare.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it